Hey guys, what's up? It's Alexi Martinez here again, and today I have a very special video. This is my ruler, in case you're wondering. Let me put that down. So in this video, what I'm doing is I'm wrapping up my series, my AP art drawing series, by showing you I'm not going to do that again. Why do I do double? No, it's four pieces to finish up and wrap up my series, 4 other pieces of my AP drawing concentration. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. I just want to give you a heads up. We have birdies, so if you hear birds, they're here, and that's probably why you hear bird audio. But it's okay. It's beautiful. And of course, gotta point out my doggy back there, relaxing, having a great time. Anyways, let's get back to it. Okay, so this is the first one. And right here, what I have is a drawing of this beautiful lady pouring out her perfume at the feet of the Master, Jesus Christ. So for this piece, let's start by measuring it. So this is definitely an 8. You can check that out here. Can you see that 8? Yep, it's 8 right there. It's an 8 by, and right here, it's an, I think it's an 8 by 12, but you can see 2 inches back here. Not 2 inches, an inch actually. Let's stick with 8 by 11, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to say 8 by 12, but it's not 8 by 12. Here, the materials that I used were color pencils. I also used oil pastels here. Oil pastels give such a great blend when you're like doing skin for like shades. It blends in so nice. And then I also used a very bold gold marker here to emphasize his feet. And then the garment, I also used oil pastels. Yep, these shadows are oil pastels. I think this is probably a marker, very thin. In the Bible it mentions that this lady poured out her perfume at the feet of Jesus. The disciples were like, why didn't you pour it out? Why didn't you give it to the poor or something else? And that's like our time, our attention, devoted to God. He is worthy. The first piece of the 4 that I'm going to be showing you today. Let's move on to the next one. So for this piece, I didn't frame it. I forgot why I didn't frame it. Anyways, it's still a piece of art, so we have to consider it, whether it's framed or not framed. And the measurements for here, it's obviously 12 by, this is definitely going to be like, not 24, it's going to be like 16. Yep, 12 plus 6 here. Yeah, this is 12 by 18. I said 16, I meant 18. 12 by 18 piece. It's a pretty big piece here. Watercolor, lots of watercolor. You can definitely tell. And the watercolor tends to like, I don't know, it's not melt, but it tends to like break paper. Like it makes it like more weak. I don't know how to say it, but it changes the texture of the paper. So you can, if you touch something or if you touch watercolor, you can feel it's watercolor because of like transformation it does to the paper. This is watercolor. The bark of the tree is watercolor, and then the leaves here and the apples are acrylic. Acrylic has a thick texture to it. So right here, what I'm trying to show is what you sow, you reap. So it's definitely in the Bible. This girl is reaping her apple because she probably sowed that apple tree years ago. Even if her grandparents did it, it comes down through the generations. So this is that piece, a gray 12 by 18 piece. Okay, for this third piece, this is framed. That's good news. And we're gonna measure it. To start off, this is most likely, let me guess, 8 by 12. It's 8 by 12. It's gotta be 8 by 12. Let's do it. Actually, no. 8 is right here. So this is a different. Oh, you know what? It's actually right over here. So it's like the whole border. This is a big piece of art, but the border, the frame, took a lot from it. So that's interesting. And I'm gonna measure it with the border because it does go through all of that. Okay, let's not measure the border. I'm gonna measure the piece of paper here. This is almost 12 by a centimeter. 16, right? Yeah, 16. So like, it's supposed to be a 12 by 16 because that would be like the most general dimensions. But here we go. I used acrylics for this clothing here. I used Prismacolor pencils back here. You can tell by like the strokes. Those strokes there, they emphasize color pencils. And then for these hands right here, I chose oil pastels. Oil pastels are very good for like skin. Well, in my case, in my opinion, okay? In my opinion, don't take it for granted. In my opinion, oil pastels are great for blending because you can like blend it and you can like get that like the round texture. So the message that I wanted to convey here, in whatever situation that you can be found, if you worship, God is with you. He's like protecting you. Like it's about trusting God. And whatever mountain, whatever valley you may be found, God is with you. But there has to be a trust towards Him, right? Wrap up the series of my AP art drawing is this big piece here. Now I say it's big, but it is big. It's bigger than the other ones I've showed you. So this is big. This is a big deal. Let's start by measuring it up. I will be measuring, this is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. Yeah, so this is a 12 by 16 piece. It's a great big one. And I really enjoyed making this. I remember I had so much fun. I added glitter. So that's glitter there. It looks much greater in person. Or if yep, you can see it. You can see it. There it is. Here, I tried basically to draw myself. So if I can get in the same position, maybe like that. But anyways, I just really had lots of fun with this one. So for this figure, I did a Prismacolor. This was my final and last one. And that wraps up my series. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in for this video. Up next, we'll see what series we start so we can continue doing art. And greetings from Cinderella. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I hope I get your view for the next video and your like. Come on, you gotta like. And we'll stay tuned.